Boom. Yeah. Boom. Ah. What it does, what is poppin', what's crackin' lackin', everybody? My name is Uncle C. Feezy.
G'day, mate. How you going? My name is Nose Dog.
Oh, and I am. Come on, you got this.
I am
I like it.
done.
I like it. And welcome to episode 132 of Barry. Why do we have to have two podcasts that start with B?
Oh no, but why do we have to have two podcasts that start with BA?
Shit, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
It's rather inconvenient in hindsight. Oh, speaking of that, very first announcement of the week, BOS, we officially are a registered trademark in Canada. Go ahead and try and use our brand, bitches. We will sue the cunt and dick out of you, mate. Don't you worry about that. We will win.
That's right.
Even beforehand.
C&D.
You know what I'm saying? They call me. I got a trademark lawyer. Shouts to Jessie. What's good? She will come through and fuck your shit up. It's kind of cool. I like having it.
Paperwork.
Paperwork. It took 2 years. I fucked it up in the beginning because I didn't know that you couldn't put like more than one thing. I put BOS podcast, beer and other shit with commas, but you're not supposed to do that. It's just one thing. You would have to do an application for each one. And I learned she had to get it through to an examiner to like repeal it and fix it. Otherwise they could just decline it after all the money I spent, which wasn't that. Goodness. I guess it comes like $1,300 with the lawyer fees and all the stuff. And
still
it's a bit of money. So she managed to get it, appeal, ask the people to change it, and they did, but it still took 2 years. And then we just got BOS podcast done. So then she did the other two. So we're waiting on two more. But while you're waiting, fun fact, if people don't know, trademark. So when you've got a registered trademark, you can use the little R in a circle. So that means like unfuckwittable. It lasts for 10 years. Anyone uses anything similar to the brand, basically, it's if you sue them, it's on them to defend themselves against the accusation. While you have a pending trademark, that's when you have TM, which you probably would have seen on stuff before. So even while you're waiting for your trademark, you can call it. You can still sue, but if you sue, the onus is on you as opposed to the defendant, because you don't have a registered trademark. Now you have a pretty good chance of winning unless they can show it. But yeah, that's basically how that works. That's what I learned. So we didn't really flex the TM side of it. Just, I don't know, seemed kind of annoying. But now we got the R. I put the R everywhere on all our social and stuff because I want cunts to know. So we have to do it for all this stuff. It's cool. It's like
go squad.
Just so people don't fuck with it, and you can choose the different classes. You can choose like for podcasts, for video, for like merch, all these different things that you want it for. And there's hundreds and hundreds of categories. It's crazy. It's a very interesting world. Anyway, I digress.
That's sweet as fucking shit, mate.
That's fucking beautiful, mate. How you can't?
Yeah, bloody sweet as, mate. Baby D?
Yeah, I'm all right, I'm just hanging, just working, just lifing. I saw C Feezy recently. Saw Notion recently.
You're damn right you did.
Yeah,
2 nights ago.
That's very true. It's very true.
2 nights ago. We had a sleepover at Notion's house, and we all stayed in the same bed. It was great.
We did.
I had middle. It was great.
Put the queen bed to good use. We did.
It was lit.
I would have preferred if it was a twin.
Yeah.
Ooh,
real
tight.
Real
We're
tight.
both long, so we need the space.
Yeah. Queen beds I've just fine. I'm shorter than both you guys, and I always find that I'm like at the edge of a queen bed. Double beds, don't even worry about it.
Double bed's peace. Get the fuck out of my fucking house, mate.
What are you doing?
What are you even doing in your fucking midget bed?
Right? Get out.
For small people. No offense to small people, but just like the beds are tiny, mate. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Double beds is, if you're over 6 foot, mate, don't even look at it.
Even like I'm 5'11".
Close to 6 foot.
Yeah, if you're close to 6 foot, it's still.
Don't even look at it. Yeah.
No, man. Double beds.
You have to sleep diagonal on a queen sometimes if you really want to get that full stretch out.
I can see that. I'm okay on a queen, but I would prefer that king room, knowing that there's you've got inches either direction. Doesn't matter where you are.
You can roll 6 times either way and still be on the fucking bed.
Still be like Tiff Raya. Like, yeah. It's great. And Barrington stays up on the bed when we have him on a queen bed. This is funny. I don't know if like, because I know Dan, you're doing the Rover thing with the pups, but when we have him at home, we'll be getting into bed for the night and we'll watch some TV, be on our phones or whatever it is, and he'll stay with us. And then we are, all right, turn off the lights, turn everything off. And then usually within 30 seconds of that, he'll stand up and want to be put on the floor. When we're at a hotel in a king bed, and every time we get a hotel, we always get a king bed, because why the fuck am I paying for a room to stay somewhere and not having something I don't have at home?
There you go.
He stays all night. He stays the whole fucking night. And it's hilarious. I think it's just because he feels... I guess it's just because he can spread out on top of two humans spreading out, which is pretty dope. So it's dog friendly.
It's got his own little section, yeah.
How are we going off fucking bed tangents of
Hey man,
that's
like going. It's like talking about the weather every time. Like this is fine. This is a good sidestep. I think this is
better than the weather, right?
I think beds are more important. You know.
I agree. How's that weather, though,
Oh mate,
go from lawyer shit to bed expert.
Right. Now the weather. We had to get
now the weather. But to be fair,
yeah, Dan, talk to me. Yes.
It's been lit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even check my weather app anymore. It's been lit. There's just been like a couple like moments of like heavy rain, but it's like for like 5 minutes. So heavy rain for 5 minutes and then dust it and we're back.
Like
to
if you look at the week ahead, it was like rain. Oh no, sorry, thunderstorms every single day. But it's been like 30 to 60 minutes. Sometimes like today, it was pretty light. Yesterday it was super light. We were out and we got caught in it, but it was nothing. It was spitting.
Yesterday was light for you, eh?
Yeah, I guess we're in different cities. It's only an hour and apart, but I guess it does make a difference, eh?
It was like heavy for like 5 minutes today.
Monsoon for like fucking 10 minutes over my side. I had to retreat from the beach with the kids.
Oh,
not the kids, my mates.
The children,
this is not the environment to say that.
The 12-year-olds.
By the way, I have a secret family and I have children. I didn't tell my immediate family about.
I was more thinking some like Jeffrey Epstein shit, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wow! Oh Jesus! Sorry. Didn't even cross my mind.
You were at the nude beach.
At the nude beach with the kids.
Oh goodness! Didn't even.
Sorry, no. I just wanted to make sure and completely clarify to everybody.
No, it's good to double check. You never know. Cunts are fucked these days. It's all right.
Hey, cunts are fucked. Notion does not hang out with children under any circumstances. Thank you. Sorry, continue. So anyway, the weather, Dan, how's your week? Everything been good? What's cracking? Aside from obviously the highlight seeing me and Nosh, but...
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else happened, you know. Like I'm just lamping, you know, just working, and I don't even
enjoying the summer.
It's just been like it's just been summer. That's literally how I could describe it. I went to see Barbie with my girlfriend. It was lit.
Okay,
it was pretty lit.
Do you want to talk about that when we?
Let's go.
Because I want to talk. You know, you could talk about it because we can just go. Who cares? I've got some thoughts on the marketing for it because I found out some very interesting shit. Which is it's very cool. Tell us about the movie because actually, look, all things aside, I know we can joke about it, but it seems like a pretty fun kind of.
Yeah, it was just fun. It was just super fun. It was super fun. It was a good message at the end of it as well. But like, it was just sick. Like it was just so fun. I rated it. It was so over the top. It was like everything you kind of expected it to be. Bright colors, pink, everything, over exaggerated acting, but like super fake like effects you find on Final Cut, like presets. Like it was and it was all done on purpose. It was so good. And like the acting, the actors and actresses in there were insane. Like Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling. You had a bunch of. Have you guys seen Sex Education?
No.
On Netflix.
No.
Oh, such a sick show. You need to watch it on Netflix. It's basically about school and growing up in school, but it's like ridiculous, but it's serious at the same time. But they had a bunch of. It kind of like it was crazy to me because you had like super famous actors like is it Simu Liu?
Yep. Issa Rae was in it. I think
Ray was in it, and then you had a bunch of. Yes, America Ferrera. And you had a bunch of like C-listers, just like Netflix actors who were just with them. And I was like, wow, this is like so sick because a lot of these guys are all British as well, just speaking in a fake American accent. But it was so good. Like, it was good, man. I'd watch it again. It was pretty good.
I saw a bunch of criticisms on it. Most of the people I've seen said it's just super fun and stuff like that. But saying it's a little bit like woke to the point of like, I know we don't really talk about that stuff much here, but just to the point, like it would, like everything always has to slide whatever the flavor of the month in. Like, remember when like gay sex scenes first became, maybe like 10 years ago, first became a thing. Then like every TV show had gay characters all of a sudden and gay sex scenes. And I think now obviously the flavor is trans and like other stuff. Did it have that type? I did hear it had that stuff in it. And some
I
people,
wouldn't say
depending on
that
what you feel,
at
no, it wasn't that.
all.
It was okay. Okay, good, because that
Like
means
it
probably
was,
people.
there was a strong, yeah. It was just people take it too far. There was a strong women empowerment message in
That was
it
the other thing
throughout,
I heard. Okay,
and I
like some
think
patriarchy
it's
shit.
fine. And there was also, yeah, it was just a joke. Like they were just playing on how like society is super patriarchal and how Ken came to the real world and then learned about patriarchy and then went back to Barbie and everything changed. But it was just like, it was so like funny and it was just like, bro, you don't have to take it so serious. The message at the end of the day is women empowerment, and I don't see anything wrong with the message they were trying to convey at all.
Okay.
Like it was fun, man. Like, it was lit. I rated it a lot.
Good shit. So what I did hear, just a real quick aside on that note, was that Tiff kept commenting over the last maybe month or so, was like, fucking hell, the Barbie marketing is insane. Like it's everywhere,
it's everywhere.
On every social platform, on every creator, like in every clever way. And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe they're just really, they're tapping into nostalgia for, probably, millennials and even before that, I imagine. Plus the new kids as well. So there's definitely a bunch, like probably your age too, Dan, like Gen Z. Not so, I don't know about the newer, like the real young kids. But then I was listening to Flagrant, to Schultz's podcast, and they were talking about the SAG strike, the Actors Guild, Screen Actors Guild strike.
Yes.
And they were like, what that means is that they go, and I guess because it's like a union, so they were like, just like the tradies union, like it's tools down. If you work under any circumstances from the moment they announce that there's a strike, you're fucked. Work means promo, everything and anything. And that shit happened like 2 weeks before the release, which was just this past weekend. So what they were doing, because studios probably knew about it, they probably got the actors in the film to go and do all of those little podcast appearances or make these little videos and all this type of stuff beforehand, and then sort of maybe slowly spread it out. But then they realized they couldn't maximize that, so then they leaned into the influencer marketing stuff and started getting all the creators to do things. So that's I don't know if they were doing that beforehand or because they knew that the talks were getting serious, and the serious talks can lead to what's that? That's hilarious.
It's my dishwasher.
Hey, at least you're doing your job finally.
Exactly. Am I right?
Fuck. The yeah, so anyway, they've been really going into that. So they it was like, to me, on a marketing like vibe, the pivot from like, all right, I need Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling and shit to be everywhere. Instead, we're gonna go to comedians, we'll go to makeup people, we're gonna go to all the different types of creators. Like I saw some dudes that I just think are funny that I follow on Instagram, and they were doing something about it. Like, and it was super clever. And it put it in your mind, like they were pulling up on each. I forgot these. I only discovered them the other day, but I've been watching a bunch of their things. Just two guys. One of them's got a real funny looking, those rubbery Mr. Bean type faces. So I think it really works for comedy. Nice. And like, they were accusing each other. Like he pulls up in a pink shirt, and his friends go, "Oh, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm just going to the movies." Like, "What are you seeing?" He's like, "Oppenheimer." And then they started accusing each other and realized they were both there to see it, type of shit.
Amazing.
And it was just really clever. And I've seen so many. That was just the latest one that stuck in my mind, but so many things. So I think it's like super creative what their marketing teams have done. Plus also the combination with Oppenheimer. From what I've seen, both of those movies, I think they're completely different studios, but they knew that they're both fucked unless they combine. So they made it like this Barbenheimer weekend or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's what it was basically like.
Kind of movies too.
Yeah. Anyone who went to the cinema during last week was either watching one of those two films or watching them both on the same day. Like Bad People done that. So yeah.
If you want to dedicate time to it, I saw that it grossed. I think this was the States. It was 160 million for Barbie and 80 million for Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer,
the weekend. So I think they're pretty happy. I don't know what's a good weekend anymore, because I don't think cunts go to movies like they used to. But
I think that's a good weekend. I think I think I just text you another one of the crazy
Oh, in front of the Burj.
ads
Yeah.
in front of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. They done like this whole Barbie thing.
Yes. Let me just turn it down. Is that?
Yeah, that's
I probably should
crazy.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this on the
It's
screen.
insane.
Jumps
So
out
that
of
is
fucking...
a 3D ad. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I believe so.
So it's like a projection, or it's like really there?
It's a projection.
Okay, that's
I
pretty
think.
insane.
I'd assume.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a great example of the type of stuff. So they just went in globally.
They went in.
Very, very clever. Okay, that's sick, man. Anything else from your side?
The Boys is having a spin-off. The show made by Seth Rogen, having a spin-off
Nice.
which is about younger superheroes in like a college or something. And if you watch The Boys, you know it's like super fucked up and shit. So it's just gonna be that continued, which I'm very excited about because that's probably one of the best shows I think I've ever watched ever. And you guys still haven't watched it, eh?
Not yet, but Tiff and I were talking about it last night. We wanted to try some other stuff. We've sort of like got a few
The
shows
Boys
trying
on
to spread out.
On Prime?
I think it is on Prime. Yeah.
On Prime, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen the newer ones, but I've definitely seen the whole first two.
It's so good. Like, yeah. First, if you've seen the first two, you know about
I have
The
to
Boys.
catch up. Yeah.
But like, yeah, you need to. I can't even exaggerate how. That's still probably the best show I've watched in like years. Like, I don't think I've even watched a show that's that good. Like, I don't know. It was lit. It was lit. So there's that that's coming back, and football is back in 16 days, which I'm very, very happy for because it feels like it hasn't been on for literally months, which it hasn't, to be fair. But like, it's been so long. So that's coming back, and I'm very excited. And yeah, man, Drake dropped a freestyle, and yeah, you guys may continue now. Yes.
So happening in Dan World. Dan World.
Mm-hmm.
Dan's World. First time. Excellent.
Do you remember Wayne's World, Dan?
I have no clue what you're referring to.
Okay.
You were movie.
You were a
do you guys
glint in your father's eye at the time, I guess.
Yeah. Do you guys know Waltz and Matilda?
No, tell me about it.
It's basically where I grew up. Where I grew up in Sydney, like every school sang it. Every school sang it. It was crazy.
Could you sing it for us?
Yeah, word for word.
Oh, word for word. Here we go. I'll need to. You guys continue. Let me just think on.
You fucking mad dog. You Sydney fucking dickhead.
Hey. You Sydney dwelling, New South Walian, you scallywag,
New South Welshman,
Welshman.
Okay, Wales, you know, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was just improvising, mate. Take it easy.
I like that. No, it's okay. I don't even know if that's accurate because we're not from there. Mate, fuck that place.
Fuck that place. No, okay.
No, was whining.
Fuck. I didn't tell you about my bike park adventure, did I? Because we had that the next day because we did a podcast last Tuesday, didn't we? As well.
Last Monday,
Monday or Tuesday. We've been really late this whole fucking summer. It's going to be late all summer. Though.
I think I told you last episode that I was going to Horseshoe Bike Park with my mate.
Sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I went mountain biking. I went to Horseshoe Valley Bike Park.
Oh yeah, in Barrie.
It's like north of Barrie.
Yep.
It's like
I remember.
40. So man's like me. I got the fucking full face on. I'll show you a photo of what a cunt like me looks like. A little bit ridiculous, but check it out.
Look at that. Look at that.
Man, you look hard. You look hard.
Just, I'm a well-eyed. So yeah, I went to Horseshoe with my mate Brian. Shout out to Brian. He's a mad cunt. And just there's a chairlift there, and there's I don't know 15, 17 trails. Did like most of them. Like I reckon a good 10 of them. Didn't get every single one. It's very hard. But yeah, had a fucking sick day, dude. Had a massive crash, and it was hilarious because it's all sandy kind of terrain. Sandy and dirt. It's a very interesting mixture. So super dusty and fucking sandy. It's fucking terrifying going really fast and hitting a sand patch. But yeah, had a small crash. It was all good. and then fucking smashed out laps. Like, ended up doing like 32 Ks of just straight downhill, which is awesome. So getting the chairlift up is an absolute pleasure because everywhere else I ride in Toronto is like so climby and undulating. So you really got to earn your reward. So yeah, sick day at the bike park, and that got me a massive fucking stiffy. So that was sick.
Rock
and
solid.
then rock solid, man. Working on lots of beats. I've just been, honestly, had a couple of spurts of inspiration to make beats again. So that's always cool. My mountain bike channel, Notion MTB on YouTube, passed 400K.
Like and subscribe.
411,000, I think, right now. So the channel's getting up there. So it's not a milestone, but it's still like the next step of the funness. So we're going for 500 by the, I don't know. Let's go the end of the month. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Can't. So anyway, that gives me some fun inspiration. Also, put a new bunch of episodes out, like a new thing. So every Wednesday, I got more content, which is kind of like the best of each kind of episode, but it's longer than a reel, but it's shorter than an episode. So it's that real short to mid-range content that people seem to like, because it's just the best of. Like, it's either the chunky stuff, the fast stuff, the downhill jumping. Just looks cool as fuck, and it's like 2 minutes of awesome. So new kinds of content. And then we fucking got to hang with you beautiful fucks. That was sick. Smashed some good food. Fam, Barrington, Mans was out here, drank some delicious beer and got some to take home and shit. Rode to the beach, hung out with my mate Braden, and
B-Dog.
Ended up making beats yesterday. Braden and Brian.
Braden and Brian.
The two B-Dogs.
That's the two B-Dogs. And I'm the third B-Dog. Three Bs.
Oh yeah,
made some beats yesterday. And that was pretty fun with the Ben Tramer, who I've made beats with before. So shout outs to the homie. And then man, just been doing a whole bunch of admin stuff, like getting all the footage from the GoPro and doing reels and getting all that kind of mountain bike data backed up and sorted out. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
But working on that Punjabi hip hop mix, I almost finished that. So yeah, man, it hasn't been a slow week at all.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
What about you fucking fluffy cunt?
Same as you cunts. It's been like this. I'm fucking so exhausted, man. The summer's been crazy. So I guess we did the pod Tuesday or something. Yeah. Wednesday was Tiff's birthday. So we went to, what did we do? We just we stayed local. Normally we would hang out with family and stuff. It's also, I don't know if it's said on here, but it's the anniversary of our dad's passing as well. So we always make sure we celebrate life on that day. I feel like it's the best thing we could possibly do. So we went to brunch. Yo, Hamilton food is fucking dope out here, man. Like, I really feel like
that's sick.
We got the same quality as anything in Toronto for a fraction of the price. So there was this brunch spot called Motel, which we should all definitely go to. Super cool, fun, great coffee. Actually, the coffee was alright, but the food was great. Cool vibe, like flamingos and like palm trees and shit. It was just like kitschy and cute type shit. Like we got the pancakes with the gold glitter on it type of thing, and they make it with champagne and things, which is really cool.
Fancy, huh?
Super fancy. Well, it felt fancy, but it was like $20. So
sick.
What?
Yeah,
I keep seeing your stories. It looks lit.
Yeah, it was
like Hamilton. You know what? Like I've had an epiphany. I must say.
Okay,
Hamilton's kind of lit. Like it's kind of lit. But like I've been to this summer, obviously. You know, I've been about. You know, I've been to Barrie, been to St. Catherine, Niagara, and like Hamilton's way better than all of them. Like, it really I'm not gonna lie, like it's like way better. Like I always clown Hamilton for having nothing, but obviously there's bare shit to do. But like these places actually have nothing. Like nothing. But like Hamilton's lit, bro. I can't believe it.
It's surprisingly dope. I feel like a lot of these things, like we've been here almost a year, and like we only just discovered a lot of these places. We knew about some of them, but it's like been a slow discovery, and like there's all of this cool shit, and like I feel like it's maybe a little under the radar, maybe intentionally, or you know, which is kind of sick. So like the brunch spot was fire. We went to this place there's this area called Ancaster up here, which is, I guess, the suburbs, but kind of like where the people go when you get money and you want to leave the city, you go there, but it's like 15, 20 minutes from the city. So there's like a whole bunch of nice houses, and there's like a cool brewery we've been to a few times on this main street there. And there's this place called, I think it was called the Olive Board. So just all it had was like charcuterie boards and like Italian type of small dishes and just wine. Like, I don't even think they sold beer. So they had like pretty cool, like I got to drink like sangria, which I never really get to have, which is kind of fun. And what else? And just like, like a little, what do you call them? We did burrata. You guys had burrata before?
Oh, burrata is so lit, man.
It's like a big ass fucking blob of this, like, mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of warm, and then you dig your, like, they usually give you bread or some shit like that into it. And then it like, it's like, but you've got to break the outside, and then like it's like buttery on the inside. It's fantastic. It's really good.
Yeah, so lit.
They usually serve that with some tomatoes and like little fresh veggies or roasted veggies or whatever. So anyway, that was really fun. Then we kept going home in between, and then we went to this bar, which was the dinner place called Secco, like Prosecco. It was so fucking fire. I just want to shout them out. Like, we met the owner there. Like, he was super cool. Young dude as well, Filipino chef. So like they had some Filo stuff, but like just really like high level as far as the quality. I swear to God, it would be double or triple for the same thing in Toronto. Like, we got scallops, and then they have them in that little dome where you, like, in hotels where you go room service, got those metal things you take off the cover. Yeah. But it had a clear cover, and then you take it off and it's smoke everywhere and shit, like one of them joints.
Wow.
So like wicked presentation. I got those cocktails with the egg white, so it kind of looked like a beer on top a little bit. Super fun. A flight of like champagne, a little prosecco type shits, and just a whole bunch. It was just fantastic. And they asked like, "Oh, you guys celebrating something?" We said, "Oh, it's a birthday. Cool." So when we were ordering dessert, we were like, "Ah, should we get the creme brulee or this like peach millefeuille? Those French things, like French little pastries." And then we're like, let's do the creme brulee because they use ube. Dan, that's the shit we got at Trader Joe's.
Oh, yeah.
So ube is just like...
What? They have an ube creme brulee?
Yeah, and because it was dark, I thought it was brown, and I forgot that it was ube.
Get out of town.
By the time we got there, it was fucking great. So then they just brought out both desserts. Crazy. We were tossing up, and they put like a fucking candle in the creme brulee, and then brought out both desserts as like a, hey, like happy birthday type shit. It was just a really good experience, and I was so impressed. They were super fucking nice, and it was kind of quiet. It was a Wednesday, but anyway, just wanted to shout them out. I will absolutely be going back. Apparently, they do a sick weekend brunch, so I'm gonna check that out. So we did that. Thursday, we went up to a brewery. I guess we can say it on here because I don't know if the audience crosses over, but we did a second part of a collab with like part 2. We did one 5 years ago. We did a new one now with a brewery called Sawdust City in Gravenhurst in Muskoka. So that was cool. Shout out, sick cunts. Like a quick day. We weren't there super long, probably 3 hours, 4 hours. It was pretty short, but we caught like the hectic storm on the way out. Like I tried to even get gas. I went to the gas station, stood out, and the rain was sideways, so I got in and went to the next one.
Wow.
Which kind of hectic, but that was fun. So it was just like a lot of driving. That, and then like Friday night we went to Toronto for a birthday dinner with Tiss friends at like a nice little baller spot in Yorkville, which was super cool. Really good food. Saturday we chilled out, and then Sunday we had the dinner with the fam. So it was kind of like just being like one thing after another. We're going to Toronto. I think last week we went to Toronto 4 times. It was obscene.
Wow.
How many times? And it's like that's summer, we'd be out here. We fucking out here. Man. Oh, and then what date is it? It was yesterday. Was Barrington's Gotcha Day. So like the 1 year since we actually acquired the young man, kidnapped him from his rightful.
Stole him
for money. So that was very cute. So he's been a good boy. We're trying to take him on multiple walks. We gave him, bought some steak for him and made a little steak thing, and like gave him the other half of his birthday cake. So we got this like really nice dog birthday cake in May for his thing. So we froze the other half and then busted that out. Nice. And fucking 45 seconds, cunt just murked it, mate. Loved it.
Gone.
So, that's what's been going on. What else did I see? Well, completely kind of like got nothing to do. That's my shit. I saw that there's a lot of talk, a lot of rumblings on the interwebs about a new Yeezy drop soon.
Yes.
Pictures of different ones. I've seen different, like, some of them have like 12 shoes. Some of them have like 24 shoes on them. Don't know what the deal is. I guess, Dan, you've seen that shit?
I've been seeing it. Yeah, I saw it on Yeezy Mafia's Twitter, and I saw it on Reddit as well. So
right now,
my thing is, if Yeezy Mafia tweeted, then it's pretty certain. Like I've been following them since I was in uni, bro. So since I was what 19. So like, and they've been like sick the whole time. They've been 30, so
they've been pretty on point. See, this is the small. I've seen one that had like double the amount. So I don't know. They had like all these different color slides, all these other different compacts and shit. So I don't know, but you know, it's not the best economy for this right now. But what are you gonna do? So
what are you gonna do? When Ye drops, you know you have to.
Yeah, when Ye drops, you get your load and you drop it. So I don't even know. Drop it. You just whip that out. So I don't know. I'm gonna go for some stuff. I'm not gonna go nuts, but there's some. I hope the other this is cool. There's a few things, like 2 things maybe that I'd probably go, maybe 3, but I don't even like. I don't know.
To be fair, I'm not too sure what I want anymore because another thing I've done, I booked a flight to Mexico. I'm going to Mexico in September, and I forgot about that. And now I kind of want to get slides, but not kind of I have a budget, I'm not like
they're only 100 and I think it was 100 and was it 90? It wasn't much.
I think they're 90.
It was between 90 and 100. I'll tell you exactly what I paid for the last one.
But I wouldn't mind getting them. Preferably, I'd want the foam runners. But I know a couple men sipping on Haterade when I've been talking about fucking foam runners, so I can't be getting them apparently.
Well,
but
what do you mean?
I think they're lit. No, basically, everyone I speak to about foam runners, male friends, everyone, they're like, nah, these are dead, bro. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, nah, these are lit. These are the best ones, man. They are lit. They're lit. They are so sick.
Look at this shit. It's like alien spaceship shoes, bitch. The fuck out of here. Anyone hating on these has got no taste. Look at these motherfucking bitches. Looks like I stepped in dog shit. It's amazing. Look at that.
I love it.
And these are my house ones. I just wore my other ones outside because they're that comfortable. I've been rocking them all summer. No, man. Use my app. Fuck cunts. Because I'm not going to go for them. They're $101 for the slides for the last pair I got. So
okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll definitely go in for the slides. I really want 350s as well, but it's just it's a lot.
It's a lot. We'll see what happens. I'm not buying. I heard whispers that they're going to be on Foot Locker at like in store. I'm not going to fucking lining up at Foot Locker.
In store? Really?
That's the talk I saw on the Yeezy.
To be fair, both Yeezys I have are from Foot Locker, but I got it online. I didn't go in store.
Well, maybe they are online, but people are saying that the Foot Locker employees backdoor pause all of the shoes to their mates and whatever. So like, like a lot of the time that takes away a lot of the chances. So I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to see. Everything's all talk. So hopefully they just go through confirmed and just make it easier. But
true.
We will keep everyone very posted because that's what everyone's waiting for here, obviously. Now,
obviously.
Songs in your head when you wake up. This week, I see Nosh put some songs there, and Dan said he had some too. So, boys, what did you wake up humming along in your little noggin?
I'm just finding it. Yeah, so I had an absolute, was it an early 2000s classic?
Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, I can't remember when exactly.
So NSYNC did a song called "Girlfriend," and the remix version was in my head. So yeah, just the end part of it. But yeah, so that was wake up in the morning, get out of bed. 2001. There you go, it was right on the money. So fucking got out of bed, just about to make a cup of tea, and that's just that, like the humming, the main sort of like melody that he sings, and then all the ad libs at the end come in. It's so weird. The song's not even pieced together right in my head. It's like the very start and the very end, and it loops.
I love when that happens. Well, I hate when it happens.
It's interesting, but it didn't last long. But that song's pleasant, so it was fun. And then the next day, I had Prince, "The Most Beautiful Girl in the World," and I'd like to sing it to you, CFeezy, live on air,
please.
But I also won't.
Yeah. Okay, I also won't. But I was going to take.
I don't make anybody's ears bleed, just to be straight up and down.
I would literally take my panties off and throw them at the camera.
Oh, maybe
in like a gesture of like adulation.
Yeah,
like the
kind of like the girl with the 32Gs.
The tits of Drake. Yeah.
36G.
Yeah, 36
Locate this woman
she threw her bra, and now she's apparently got a deal with Pornhub or something like that because she got
what?
rappies. I saw that today.
She's married.
Is it? Okay, maybe it wasn't Pornhub. Maybe it was like
she was flashing off her. Well, I mean, she's married. She can still do porn, whatever. Cunts of fucks these days. But like,
let's see if I find
she was flashing her ring finger in the photo, in the video that she was posting, saying that she's bragging that she threw it. But someone was behind her filming her throw it and him catch it. So it's like dead ass. So like, oh, it's funny that there's a post I saw on Instagram, and then all the comments were like, "Who cares?" And people were like, we're roasting it. It was pretty funny actually.
Yeah, because it's
like
one of the most
people are saying like, unfind her. It was pretty
oh my god.
Yeah, it was like, people were being quite cunty, but the way she was kind of gloating like it was me kind of thing, I think that's what people didn't like. I don't know.
And she's funny. like I don't like. I'm looking at I found the video now. Oh, yeah. If it's reversed, there's a ring finger on that hand. Yeah, but if it's reversed, then it would be her ring finger. Yeah, I'm seeing there's no point really holding it up, but yeah, the fact that like people have that, like, how many fucking women already doing nude content, you know, have fucking Bappy wax. You know what I'm saying? It's like the biggest like non-event of all time. Okay, those are beautiful. Love it. Daniel, what you got there, mate?
My song is, well, to be fair, recently I've been listening to the Donda 2 album because I got the leak on my phone. Nice. And I was listening to it recently, and the one song that just stuck with me for days was the song called Flowers. Do you know it?
Remind me what it said. It's about Kim,
oh,
right?
I don't know. This one's not about Kim. Let me give you the lyrics. I'm just gonna send you the lyrics.
I remember I'll know it when I see it, because I think, was that the one where it's like, "Don't give me flowers, they wanted." What was it?
Here you go.
Okay, where are you sending it?
I sent you a text.
Okay, I got it. Beautiful. Keep the flowers, send 100,000. Yeah.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about it.
That's great.
Always in my head. It's a great song though. I love it.
She just had the one this week.
Yeah, so she just that. Well, and there was the Kanye West Too Easy on that album.
Oh yeah,
you know what?
Yeah, that one always sticks in my head too. The beats really
always catchy. It'd be super catchy. So those are the two songs really.
Okay, you guys had bangers.
Yeah,
I think mine were really good too. Actually, this is kind of good because usually the reason I started this little thing was that I had annoying songs in my head, I think, and now it's like they're all really good. So I had like I wrote down almost one per day here. I had, I think I started off from the last one, Beyonce Water, which is probably my favorite song from her ever. The one with Pharrell from Black is King. I love that joint. Aaliyah Extra Smooth, fucking banger.
Good tunes.
And this has always been my problem. I haven't been writing or making music lately, but then the old songs popped in my head. So Soul District was my old group from like, we released a mixtape in 2004. So 20 years ago next year, Jesus. A song called SD Anthem. Not my verse, but the chorus from that was in my head, which was weird.
Dope. Banger.
Go check that out. I put it up on SoundCloud. I think it's a SoundCloud / Soul District, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Another joint. This is my favorite joint right now, period. So Mahalia did a song called Cheat with JoJo. It's spectacular. We've been like banging it in the whip a lot, so that's probably why.
Yeah, Mahalia is so fucking tight.
Have you heard that album, her new album?
I haven't heard all the songs. No, I think I just heard the singles.
Okay, we listened to it a bunch. It's like right now, it's like we're in the car. We either put on Protege or Chronics or the Mahalia album, just to like
love it,
have something to drive to. It's really good.
I'll put it on after this.
So I used to listen to this. There's two songs by this one dude. His name's Anthony David, and there's one song called Words with India Arie that I was listening to probably like, I'm thinking like 2011, 2010, like around when I first moved here. He had two songs that I fucking loved, and I hadn't heard it for ages. I heard it maybe a month ago, and so that popped into my head, which is a wicked joint. And randomly, and this was another song that I had in my head recently, Wyclef, Staying Alive, from like the Carnival first album with John Forte. If Dan, you might not know it, but no shoe, remember that song? They did the Bee Gees, Yo Mr. Funk Master, but yeah. So it's like, it's kind of like a bit of a whack song. I always have the John Forte verse in my head because he's like, it sounds cool, but the lyrics, every time I go back, I'm like, oh, this is like, he just sounds cool. They're fucking whack as shit. What he's saying, like, what the fuck?
But anyway, I don't know that. The only song I know of Wyclef is he had a song with Dwayne Johnson called "It
Yeah, it
Doesn't
doesn't
Matter."
matter. Yeah.
That was a fucking banger, and I fucking love that. So I
I
grew
detested
up
that
listening to that.
because you like The Rock, right?
I love The Rock, so I grew up listening
Okay,
to that with my mum and my brothers. Like, we all loved that tune. That was a banger, bro.
that's hilarious. Did he say? Because I've never seen The Rock in any. I've never seen wrestling really. It's not my thing. Did The Rock say it was "It Doesn't Matter" was something that he said?
Yeah, so he'd always basically ask you a question, and then as you're about to answer, he'd say, "It doesn't matter."
Oh, okay. So that's clever.
It's so good, man.
I would recommend
that song was a great tune.
Do we want to bring this back then? Remember, we used to always give you an old album to listen to. For next week, maybe Wyclef the Carnivore. So it was his first solo album. So like after Fuji's The Score, I'm pretty sure it was like the next year. This must have been because The Score was 96. So this must have been 97 or 98.
Okay.
He did the Carnival 2 as well, and I think that's what It Doesn't Matter was from. Was the second one, but the first one. He's got like I fucking love the Fugees. I loved Wyclef so much, and he has all these songs in Creole. So like I used to kind of like I didn't really know the words, but I knew the sounds of the words, so I would be able to rap or sing along in whatever the fuck the words. I had no idea.
It's like that's like D Smoke, isn't it? I don't understand Portuguese. I know Portuguese, but I can rap his verse.
In
Spanish. I thought it was Portuguese.
Spanish. No, he does Spanish because it's like Mexican Spanish. He had like a if you remember Rhythm on Flow. He would do the Spanish raps, and because Cardi was one of the judges, she would say, "Oh, you speak Spanish." He goes, "How'd you learn Spanish?" And he's like, "In my neighborhood from the Mexicans." He goes, "Yeah, you speak Spanish like a Mexican." So I was like, "Oh, interesting." So he's using the Mexican, probably, maybe you know how like different people speak. If you say all of us, you know, Australians, British, Canadians, New Zealand, we all speak English, Americans, but they're slightly different in maybe the tone, the pattern, the pronunciation. So I think he's been taught how to speak Spanish by Mexicans, so there's like certain slang words and the way that they go about it.
Well, there's certain words in general. Like I even sometimes I ask Mel to read some things in certain like languages and certain like dialects of Spanish, and she's like, I have no clue what that says. Or it's like, oh, I know this word, but in Venezuelan Spanish we say this.
There you go.
It's
so,
like
think
so
about that.
different.
There's only like every country kind of speaks English, but the native English speaking countries, there's not that many of it. So you think the native Spanish speaking, there's a ton of them, and they're all different. Like even double L is like a y, it's pronounced y, but in Argentina they pronounce it sh. In Barcelona, in Spain they pronounce the C with a th, the Barcelona, like it's like they sound like they got a lisp.
Yeah.
But when they pronounce all that sound, there's a lot of that sound. So it's all like highly different, and then they completely switch words out. Even in the fucking Duolingo Spanish app, they're like, in some countries this means that, but in other countries the same word means fucking something else.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro, how am I supposed to ever learn this shit? So all right, boom, that was fun. Okay, so let's go through a bunch of these things, and also I want to do that the best debut single. We've still got some to go on that, right?
Well, I've got it loaded up for you.
Gang.
Don't
All right.
you worry.
Bunch of news that happened in the last week, according to all the stuff that we share. LeBron James's son, Bronny James, had a cardiac arrest, I think today.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And was taken to hospital at 18 years old, I believe, which is pretty scary. And apparently one of his teammates had as well, or something like that in the past. So
whoa,
that's pretty nice. It was either one of his teammates or another athlete in the same league, in the same age group, had that. So that's fucked up. So hopefully,
that's really weird.
Yeah. Apparently he's in stable condition, which is good. But it's like
that.
Crazy. Can't believe that.
It's fucking crazy times, bro. Then you can be fit. Shit can hit you. Never know what caused it.
True.
Never know.
True.
Now Doja Cat. Can you guys? She has a new song out, produced by Soundtrack, and no, Soundtrack is Lupe's producer who did like Kick Push and shit. Is that correct?
Exactly right. Am I confusing
him? Hey, I thought so. Okay. Can you guys tell me? So she got a new song. And then Dan was saying something about some follow situation.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I follow Soundtrack. He's a great producer. I follow him on Instagram and like look at his shit. I think he's got something on YouTube too. But cool. He's a mad cunt. He's just progressively getting better, and he's adapting to the new machines and like using them in a really crazy way. He samples like classic songs, like, he'll do a Michael Jackson song, and he'll flip shit in the most craziest ways that you'd never even thought. Bob Marley songs, like the most sampled songs, and he flips them out real nice. So anyway, came across the song with Doja Cat, and I was like, oh, the beat's tight, but then like she's, I don't know, like it's a little off.
Yeah,
and she's rapping a little weird,
yeah. There's weird like high pitched
people.
tone or something.
She does the Playboy Carti kind of rap, but somehow she does it
Yeah.
worse than Playboy Carti. It's like Playboy Carti's not even lit, but like,
No, he's
God,
not
like
at all.
that is awful.
Yeah. Okay. And then
She does the Coiler Roiting. That's what she does.
Coiler Ray. Yeah. Well,
Coiler, yeah.
I can see that. It's just this sort of like, but I mean, look, Doja's got bars. Am I wrong saying that? From what I've heard,
yes.
she has bars, so
Yeah.
she's a
can write her own
talented
shit.
person who chooses to be weird. It's almost
She's
like
not,
she's
man.
like rejecting fame and doing everything she can to be less attractive, like shaving her head and all this stuff, and like hanging out in incel rooms because she did it again. Apparently, I saw a new screenshot of her in those rooms, and like making weird music, weird fashion to the thing. Like I feel like she's just, unless everything's one big troll, which is pretty funny if that's what she's doing. I know it's a little, her approach to all her art and fame and stuff is odd. I guess you could probably fairly say, not saying it's good or bad. It's just odd, unique. Yeah.
No, it's bad, man. She's dead. She's dead, bro. She's dead. I don't care. She's dead. She's a weirdo, man.
Always
Them
been a weirdo.
incel groups. You can't like, okay, first time, cool, you got cancelled and then now you came back. Cool. Second time. And third time, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, she's insane.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, no, there's just bare shit about her, and she was beefing her fans, and she apparently lost 200k followers on Instagram because after the backlash of beefing her fans on Twitter, and yeah, she's currently dating a convicted sex offender, and I think that's what the beef was on Twitter, and she was trying to back him, something like that. And like, you know how like Nicki Minaj is in a similar situation, but that's all quiet because Nicki doesn't speak. Yeah, she's married and she doesn't speak about it at all, and it's just like left under the kind of swept on the rug kind of thing. But she's just out here like backing this guy, and it's like, bro, what the hell? Like, it is insane, man.
People are crazy.
It is insane.
Why would you want to live like this? There's always things like all of this stuff and all this craziness really turned me off. I'm kind of glad that we're like, the music stuff is like more slow. We've done our shit. We'll put out more stuff at some point, but like we're doing other things alongside that. But I'm glad it's not the only end goal, because like it doesn't seem that fun. Like I feel like all the people who are like popular just like dramas all the time, and like it just seems fucking annoying.
Yeah, I get you.
And like exhausting to keep up with.
Checking in every time you go to a new state.
Yeah, every time you do something, every time something happens, you got to fucking tweet about it, or you got to fucking like comment on it. Who gives a fuck? Like,
pay your mob ties.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to do it. So, all right. Well, that is her. Now, this is much cooler. I saw there's a brewery in Buffalo, New York called Froth, which I only found out after I went last time, and I wish I knew because I would have gone. They look fire. All the shit that we like, smoothies, haze, pastries, all that shit. I guess that's probably beer talk for cunts who don't know about that. Probably go listen to BOS podcast and you might learn a bit more about it. But he did a collab with this brewery, Benny the Butcher. I didn't even introduce Benny. I said he. So Benny did a collab with him. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But he did he did something interesting. I just thought it was sick. I was like, this is about fucking time that like Benny did a beer collab. It made so much sense to me because I was like, well, he's like the Buffalo like legend. So he did a coconut key lime pie sour. So my guess is it's probably a smoothie. I can't tell. He's drinking it. The thickness of it, looks like a smoothie sour. I wonder if Benny even knows what the fuck smoothie sour is, but either way, I'm here for it. I think it's dope as shit that
seems lit, man.
He's out here doing stuff like that. It's cool because the only other rappers that do that are Run the Jewels. They do that shit all the time. I'd love to know what the business model is.
Low and Exile did one too, remember? You got the can for us?
Yes, it's right there. Yeah. From Indy. Shouts to Indy in Los Angeles. I'm trying to think of the area. Boyle Hills.
Boyle Hills.
Yeah, it's just the Mexican neighborhood where the brewery was at. It's pretty cool, like a little industrial zone. But it's not super common for like rappers to do beer collabs and shit. So I love seeing it because I always wanted to do one as a rapper. I remember seeing Chaos who's Dan, I don't know if you know Chaos, but like a Canadian sort of hip hop singer dude. You know that Crabs in the Bucket song. Like he's from Toronto.
Crabs in the Bucket.
Like you'll know it if you see it. Probably it was maybe you weren't because when I lived here in 2004, it was massive. It was like the joint. It was everywhere. Tune. So then I was like fucking with him from then. It was super cool. So he did a collab with Bo's Brewery. And it was like, oh man, he doesn't fucking know shit. I don't know if he knows anything about beer, but I was like, fuck, he doesn't know shit about beer. It should be me. Fuck. And since then, I've manifested a wall of beer collabs with my stupid face on the can, which is cool. So I was like, I like to see. I hope that at the very least, having Benny do a collab, puts a lot of people onto craft beer because maybe it'll make his fans go to this brewery and buy it, and maybe they're like, oh, we're there, let's get some other shit and try some stuff, and then maybe it'll convert a whole bunch of different demographic into craft beer, which is what we're all about. So I think that's fucking awesome. So shouts to Benny.
B-Dog.
All right, this is Daniel's little section here. Sports talk. We need a sports talk.
Sports talk. Yeah. No.
See, there you go. I feel like you could just make that and just loop and just like scream it and then just like layer it.
Yeah, I'll just scream it like I'm at the footy.
Yeah, basically.
And have some like grungy guitar.
Yes, he's like some hard old like rock shit. Yeah.
You should have a fake crowd in the background.
Fake crowd, like, oh, we could do it.
Yeah, in the background.
Sports talk. So Lionel Messi is now playing for Miami. We talked about that, and Dan, you want to just talk through his performance and then the equivalent now of the Mbappé thing with the Saudi team?
Yeah. So obviously Messi's gone to the greatest city in the world, and he now plays for Inter Miami, who are a terrible team. Worse than MLS probably because they are like rock bottom of the league.
Miami,
and they're like terrible.
Not for long.
They're just like I know, right? But they signed like 3 Barcelona players who are way past their prime, but they're still probably the best 3 players in the league now. So like, they got Messi, they got Sergio Busquets, they signed Jordi Alba as well, and Messi scored a 94th minute free kick to win. On his first ever game in MLS for Inter Miami, it was so lit. It was
very cool. It was great goal.
Yeah, he's a G, man. I just love Messi, man. Incredible. And like today, he also played, scored 2 goals, got an assist. This guy's just gonna kill it in that league, man.
I'm telling you, Miami's gonna take it out. We're gonna need pink jerseys, boys. We're gonna need it.
The jerseys are drippy. The jerseys are
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go on Adidas right now and buy. Who sells them? Do you reckon?
I think that's what sell it. I'm pretty sure.
Did Adidas make all of the?
Apparently, they make all the MLS kits, which is hilarious.
Amazing.
It's
I guess it makes sense. So I imagine. How would you find it on here? I guess you just. What's the team code? Just put Miami. I just put Miami, right? Miami.
Into Miami. There you go. Yeah, we need
Messi. Am I allowed to get one? Oh wow, he's even like Messi is in the modeling for Adidas.
Yeah, he's the biggest Adidas athlete of all time.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
they've got like
biggest.
The Argentina jerseys. Oh, they don't have any of the. They're gonna go Argentina 2022 winners home jerseys, and they got these like hoodies, like what do you call them? Like little tracksuits and shit. But they don't have the Miami jersey. They only have a graphic training jersey, which is like this orange.
Maybe the MLS have their own website.
And
you can buy. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, the MLS store. There you go.
Okay.
They have it. It's fucking expensive.
No, I love soccer. Okay, so I just need you to,
yeah. Okay.
Shop now. $124.99. Is that US dollars?
That should. Well, I checked on MLS Store Canada, so maybe.
You do like a Canadian one?
There's a Canadian store.
Canada. MLS Store Canada sponsored. All right,
let's not walk through your shopping experience.
That's what, sorry?
Let's not walk through your shopping experience.
No, I think it's important. Notion.
It's extremely important. It's Messi.
Jeez, you fucking prick.
It's Messi. Do you know who Messi
have some respect.
Have some respect.
Oh, there's replica and authentic one. Oh, just like the NBA ones. $164.99, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the difference between these two? All right. I'm gonna get this later. I'm not willing to spend $164 on a soccer jersey.
Yeah, it's a bit
but
crazy.
Maybe once I'm in Miami next, I'll be like, yo, let's fucking go. Oh, they got like a blue one and shit. Just the colors. Why are they gonna be these pink shit, man?
No, I think the pink one's lit.
I don't know about that. Anyway, all right. Sorry, guys. You are right, Notion. You're right. I'm sorry. Okay, and then so that's Miami. So best city in the world, best team in MLS. Let's go. And tell us about the Saudi thing.
Yeah, so Kylian Mbappé. Essentially, there's this young footballer called Kylian Mbappé. Okay. He's like the next best thing. He's like already played in 2 World Cups, killed it for France both times.
He's from France. Okay.
He's from France, and he's like probably the greatest thing since we've seen Messi and Ronaldo. Like, he is so good. Yeah, he's like gonna be the best player like in our generation anyway. So like, he's essentially playing for a Parisian team, Paris Saint-Germain. He's playing for them, and then and they're like the richest team. They're owned by I believe they're owned by Qatar. I believe they are.
The country?
And they're like, yes,
like
they're
the
like owned by
a team. Huh.
Yeah.
In Paris.
And they're super rich, and they just they spend hundreds of millions of dollars all the time. And then he's essentially beefing Paris because they're saying, you're disrespecting the club. You've signed you've agreed terms with another team. Like, you can't do that. We've given you all this money, and now you're just going to, listen, you have to sign a new contract with us, or you have to leave. And he's like on the vibe of, no, I don't want to sign a new contract. Let me leave next season. It's fine. I don't care. And then Paris have now said, no, you're not allowed to come on to our pre-season tour, which is crazy because you can't do that. He's the best player in the world. You can't do that.
Okay.
And essentially, because of all this money that the Saudi league now have, they have now put in a bid for Mbappe worth $300 million and are gonna give him a contract worth $700 million. And let me find a breakdown for you of the exact figures, because I'm pretty sure I have it here.
I did see the 700 million. I think it was it was more than 700, but it was in the 700s, like for 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. And yeah, the other crazy thing is it's only 1 year, which isn't a normal thing. You don't spend that much money on a player for him just to go for 1 year.
How would they even make that back?
They don't. That's the thing. That's the everyone's all wondering this, and they're just not going to make it back, and they're fine with it. So they're fine with not,
because they can burn that kind of money.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna see the reported salary. Here we go. I just want a breakdown. I'm trying to find it.
That's just I can't imagine, because if you think about it, LeBron is paid, I think, $40 million a year in the NBA. So then if you go and see this guy getting almost 20x what LeBron gets.
Yeah. That's
insanity.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if this will work.
Bro. No one's job is worth $1 billion a year. Maybe Jeff Bezos or something, or Elon or some bullshit.
Okay, here we go. The breakdown is, so they've got it for, oh wait, what? Okay, £19 per second, £1,100 a minute, £68,500 an hour. Here we go.
Playing time or just
no, that's just the breakdown for the year. So him just literally waking up out of bed.
So going to take in a piss is going to earn what most people would earn maybe in a year.
No, he wouldn't. No, he's not going to. He's earning what people will never see in their lives. He's earning £1.64 million a day, 50 million a month, 600 million a year. This is an unheard of contract. In as crazy as it is in football, the way they spend money, this is unheard of. No one's ever seen this before.
Jesus.
If he accepts it, of course.
Of course. I wonder if it'll stick around,
I don't know, man. We've all seen this before. We see We've seen it from one time the Chinese Super League tried to become big, sign loads of players, give them crazy money. But not to this level, though. Never seen it to this level. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think he'll go because there's this thing in economics where if you earn a certain amount, there's only so much more you can earn to give you more happiness. And he's already probably hit that threshold. So he's probably more focused on becoming the best player in the world because he's only 24. He's like focused on being the best player now. He's already got his money. He wants to leave and go to Real Madrid. And it's fine. Like people are like, you should do that because apparently he's like the biggest Ronaldo fan and he wants to follow in his footsteps. And Madrid want him. They just can't afford him yet. So if they wait next year, they can get him for free because he'll run down his contract. So I think he'll just stay at Paris. I can't imagine he won't play because if you have Mbappé, you have to play him. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, I don't see him going. Money. He's not going to go Saudi. I can't see it. I can't see it. It's crazy money though. If it was me, I'd be out the door in 2 seconds. But you know,
yeah, I'd be like, Dipset, take that money.
I'd be like, peace.
Well, that's generational wealth. You get that much money as a young kid from Paris at 24 years old. Like your great grandchildren are set if you invest that properly. Like,
true, but I think even the money he's on now, he can. It's just that'll be like further generations, but he can still do it with what he has now. Just up to him what he wants to do.
All right, well, if there's any developments on that, I'd like to talk about that on here because I find that pretty fascinating. Like that's just crazy money, bro. I love it.
Bring him on the pod.
Oh, if he's got some spare time, like I'm sure we could probably squeeze him in one of the weeks. You know, seen
interviews with him. He can speak very good English, so get him on.
Shoot him a note. Maybe send him a bit of an email. Maybe a DM.
You know? Yeah, I'll just DM him. I'll DM him.
If we get around, let's see what's going on.
Give you kind of bell, mate.
Mate, give him a fucking tinkle. Fucking Butte. All right, well, we're off. That's our sports talk. Now back to Rappity Rap. Okay, I was going to run through a bunch of quick ones because none of these are really worth spending a ton of time on, but they're like, oh, that happened. Okay. So 6ix9ine, who is still around, believe it or not, has done a song with Kodak Black. Everyone keeps saying it's with Tory Lanez, but it's not, some other dude. And
wait, it's not with Tory Lanez?
I'm pretty sure it's not because people were saying Tory commented on one of the things that it's not me. So I think it's someone else. That's was what I saw. Now I could be wrong. Potentially, I'm going to see if I can pull up on the
because I thought I even saw on Grand Wizard's Instagram. I thought he even said Tory Lanez.
He said Tory Lanez too. Okay,
I think maybe I'm just reading it wrong.
Because he keeps got all this thing. He's posting all this stuff with this girl. Well, he's not even posting about it at all. But he keeps posting with this girl. This like Latin
every
chick
time.
With, like,
yeah, I've seen her on his Instagram all the time.
And it's like I don't understand how he's keep continually getting all this money. Like I don't understand. Something weird's going on for sure. Like
it's very weird,
fraudulent. Anyway, his account's not posting on it. Anyway, I swear I saw that it was something else, but maybe I'm completely wrong. So what was I going to say? So anyway, apparently Kodak dissed him on the track. So like, and I'm no fan of Kodak at all, but that's pretty funny if he did that and took the money.
That was funny because apparently he paid him $1 million, and it was a 28-second verse, and the whole 28 seconds he dissed him.
Because he said, "I can't believe." There was like a cut version of the song. Apparently, they made him change it, but he said, "I can't believe I got some cheese from a rat or something like that."
Yeah.
Which was like, wow,
awesome.
That's honestly like once again, I do not fuck with Kodak, but that's hilarious and that's
ballsy move.
That's actually a bar too. That's really good. So I'm like, wow, I'm actually impressed. Like, good for him. But they had to take that part out. It was like someone holding the phone up to like a speaker playing it if they weren't supposed to show it. And then they maybe got him to re-record it. That was the original verse. They're like, oh, come on, man. You can't fucking, you can't say that. Well, I thought that was pretty funny. So shouts to him. Dan alluded to it earlier. Drake and Central Cee did a freestyle. It's kind of become pretty memed. It was pretty sweet. Nothing like bonkers, but kind of fun.
It was lit.
I didn't know Central Cee was that big because he always pissed me off because he hogs anyone called C on Spotify and such.
True. He's massive now. He's just blown up completely.
which is crazy. He's working with Drake level blow up. That's pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
But the freestyle was cool. And there's meme that's pretty funny where Drake says, and he's like speaking in patois at the start. He's like combination. I'm like, okay. And now like people have that, and they're
so funny.
They put like, you know, do you want shrimp, rice, or chicken? He's like combination. It's pretty funny.
It's the best.
So like, and there's a million different memes like that are fucking hilarious.
So good, man.
Definitely worth checking out. Anyway, it's like a fun little watch. Like, I think it was a radio show or just one of those like YouTube channel type things. Like,
it was a YouTube. No, I think it was a radio show, but I think it was also on his YouTube channel. So
it was just pretty sweet. It was kind of like a fire in the booth type thing.
Kind of like that, yeah.
So that was fun. Tony Bennett, the singer, passed away aged 96. So rest in peace to Tony. He's a legend. Didn't he?
That's a good innings, though. 96.
96 is a great innings for real, particularly with all of the shit he would have seen. Didn't he? He was like, excuse my ignorance. He was New York, right? He did the original of that, I think.
Isn't that Frank?
Fuck, maybe.
Didn't Frank do that?
Confused. Yeah, maybe.
Let
I'm
me
wrong.
check.
Bennett probably covered it nicely.
Yeah, he might have done like a sick cover or some shit. But it was definitely cool.
Cool.
So that maybe
Super
Dan can find that out.
Very cool.
Yeah. So R.I.P. to that legend. While Stan's
I don't think he done it. I don't think.
What's
he
his
did.
like biggest joint? What's his biggest joint?
Well, when I go on, actually, you know what? Let me just go on Spotify. That'll probably tell me the biggest thing.
I wonder if
probably be the best way.
Who's someone who's been around that long would have
the way you look tonight.
Okay.
I don't know. It's got 64 million plays. So I don't know.
Okay.
In San Francisco, Body and Soul. Don't Get Around Much More. I don't know these songs personally.
Okay, so they're kind of like hella old. I think I know the San Francisco joint. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Litty, so R.I.P. the GOAT, Uncle Tony. Last week, I don't think we talked about the NPC trend thing, did we? From that girl.
No.
I won't spend too much time on it, but because I saw it first, and then it came into Tiff's world. It was funny to see her discover it when I already told her about it. She didn't understand, and now she started seeing it because it started going everywhere. So this girl from Montreal, I saw it on Twitter like a week before it started to like go nuts. And basically, like, it's this girl who goes live on TikTok. It's funny because she's from Montreal, so she's got a bit of a Quebec accent. And people pay to send some sort of an emoji, and she responds to the emoji with a sound that's associated with that. Not like emoji from the thing, but like a little cartoon, like a little symbol or something. So, like, I think you can send like 2 G's, and she's like, gang, 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 gang. And if it's like an ice cream, she's like, ice cream, so good. And if it's like balloon, she's like it's when you watch it and she's doing it like seamlessly. It's like when I first saw it, people are like, "What the fuck is this?" on Twitter, and there was the video of that, and I was like, "What am I watching? This is hypnotizingly fucking weird." And
it's hypnosis, right? It's so funny
because she's just like in this thing, and you're so confused.
So weird. But then I keep on seeing memes of people like saying, "There's this one video. I don't know where it's from, but it must be from a movie." But it's like a guy on the chair just watching something super intense, and he can't get up from the chair, and he's just watching. He can't stop watching it, and that's literally me. It's just like
train wreck,
getting hypnotized, bro. It's so funny.
It's so bonk. I think that's what it is. No, sorry.
It's the next level of fucking psychological warfare sent from China to dumb down fucking everybody.
That's what it kind of feels like.
That's what I reckon. Okay,
or was it sent from Montreal?
The fact that it's getting. Yeah, well, there you go. They leaked it somehow. Anyway, so cunts are fucking turning into robots, and it's just weird. They're literally acting like those characters in those fucking sim games.
Yeah, the NPCs. That's the whole thing.
Stupid.
And that's probably the best way we're calling it that trend. So she like her name's like Pinky Doll or something, and she's like got write-ups in the fucking New York Times and like Washington Post or something, which is insane. There's people doing really cool shit, and a girl going like gang gang is getting the fucking thing. And then that Kai Cenat guy, like the biggest streamer on Twitch, she makes like 7 G's a day. He did it for an hour and made 7 G's. So like the amount, think about that. She's making $7,000 an hour a day. If she does that every day times 30, my math is horrible, but that's a lot of money. Say here real quick. I know everyone
That is a
in
lot of money.
7,000 just times 30. $210,000 if she does it every day. She's making that per month. Let that sink in for a second.
That is a lot.
That's integrity's gone. It's fucking crazy to me. Like it's hopefully.
I'm gonna
make a new account, right?
I'm
make a new account. I'll wear a mask and I'll just do the same thing, but we're wearing a mask.
Honestly, you should probably just do it. And if you start making the money, like I wonder how you get people to
know that you're even there doing it.
Yeah,
I think you have to be like so good at it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just think you have to be like so good at it because the way she does it is so seamless, and it's like, have you seen the videos of her speaking to her son when she breaks character and she gets back into character immediately?
Oh, so she like yells at the son.
Not like yells, but it's like if the son's being naughty, she'll just tell him to go upstairs. Like, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. Don't destroy the sofa. You know. But like she like breaks character and starts acting like an actual parent, just like a normal person, and then she just goes back into the NPC mode. But she's just so good at it. It's so funny.
So weird, bro. I really hope it doesn't take off, but it probably will. This is so dumb.
I hope it does, and then I'm gonna jump on it.
If you boys do it,
I'm gonna kill you.
If you guys do it and it works,
I'm gonna fist your bum.
No,
and that's on record.
I'll be
I take that back.
I feel like you can't even like you can't, you know, if it happens and you do it, I'm just what are you gonna do? If you do it and it works for
I'll beat you every single time I see you. Pause.
All I'm saying is your shout. You know what I'm saying? Your fucking shout, cunt.
That's true.
So there is
that.
My God. Okay, what else do we have here? So we got the NPC thing. Okay, so Jadakiss was on this like podcast. This is weird.
Very weird.
And he basically was like the dude was a white and like presenter or whatever. He said to the dudes, he's like, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys saw this, right? You guys both saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm not even explaining it right already, but basically, correct me. The dude said pause something that like he said himself or Jadakiss said, and Jadakiss like, yo, pause, bro, we off that, bro, we're grown, we don't need to do that, you know, like that's ridiculous. He's like, what, pause, you know, it's like no big deal, whatever, just pause, you know, I said this thing, blah, blah, blah. So like Jadakiss kind of like seriously told him that he was, you know, being ridiculous.
We don't do that anymore.
Something. Exactly. Then it like skipped to the next scene, which must have been later on, and the dude says something like, you know, I just put the bone in my mouth and like ripped the meat off, or what, I sucked the meat off, said something like that, and then he's like, pause.
Because the action he did to his mouth as well.
That too, exactly. So he did the action of putting a bone in your mouth and whatever, and then he was like, and the dude's like, yo, like, didn't you just say like we don't say that? He goes, yeah, but like, you know, you did it really obvious. You just said some crazy shit like meat and bone in your mouth. And so like, it was just really funny to see within the same interview he completely contradicted himself. I feel like
it's so silly, man. So
I feel
silly.
like I understand why Paul, like none of us would say no homo anymore, and it's more just because like I don't know, we're woke now. We don't say no homo, but we'll say pause. Like I feel like no homo is like it's a little of the old school one. It was the older one. It seems silly, and I like pause so much more because it has the same ultimate end goal as no homo, but you could slip it in. You could be talking in a job interview. So yes, I've had a lot of experience in the office with men pause, and like they won't even know. Like we always say,
they won't even say anything.
No one says anything because no one knows what it means unless you're like with the shits. So I think pause is the greatest. I don't know if you guys have any specific thoughts on the pause culture.
Pause is timeless. I'm team pause. Let's fucking
go. I agree completely.
I think pause culture is a good name for the podcast.
No. You can do like
fine.
The very last part of the title can be like pause worthy or something. Okay. You can say something about that if you at the very end. So that can't be the upfront thing because it's not that.
Okay, fine.
I don't know. Cunts.
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk.
I remember how fuck the cunts are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. All right, we're keeping going. I'm really trying to still keep it to 1:15. We've been going over a bunch lately, so who cares? Okay. Dan was telling me about this. Joe Budden said that Childish Gambino and Drake should be an actor-comedian battle and not a music battle. Dan, could you elaborate?
Yeah, essentially he was just what I believe he was. I didn't watch the full thing, but I think he was just saying like they are super funny and very good actors. It would just be a bigger thing if they just sent for each other in comedy skits instead of being going bar for bar against each other. Because I don't think anyone would care that much.
Didn't he say that Drake would absolutely smash him if they did a music off, and it would be better or fairer to do? Is that
he did say that? He did say that.
Yeah, and that's why it came up because he's like, oh,
which is very true.
Drake crush Childish, so they should do an actor comedy battle because that's more evenly matched. I think that's what he was trying to say.
What would that even look like? Like, what's an actor comedy battle?
How do you do that?
It would be like. Do you know what it would be like? Remember, like, I think it's Drake's first SNL when he done the back-to-back skit.
Oh, when he did the thing, like
it would be like that. It would be like that.
That was funny.
Or I don't know if you saw there was an award ceremony and there was Drake and Blake Griffin.
Yeah, it was the.
I don't know if you saw that. Yes, and it was Drake and Blake. I remember that, and they were like arguing. It was what should we name this movie? I think we should name it after. Let's combine our names, but let's call it Blake. And then Drake was like, "What?" I remember that.
That's
so it'll be like that. It'll be like that. I think, but it would be sick if they did that. I think. There's a lot of time.
I feel that. I think no one. Those two are cool. I don't know why this beef. It's weird. It was like the weirdest little like out of the blue. Like what the fuck? Why they have a problem with each other? Type shit. You know.
Yeah.
So okay, interesting. Speaking of disses, so ASAP Rocky did I don't know if it was a new song or a verse or something. And
like a new song.
Right. And he was dissing someone in the song. He said, "You took my flow, so I took your bitch," and a bunch of other stuff. Mm-hmm. And people don't know who he's talking about, but the theory is, oh, you know what? I want to use this. Who do we think the theory is? Don't say it. Don't say it. The theory is Travis Scott.
Hey,
like that. I want to use the drum roll forever.
It's such an epic fucking drum roll. We need an actual real snapshot. Such a big one.
It's that new drum roll. It's like the fresh one for this. I reinstalled it on the new computer.
That's hard.
That's a big drum set. The big drum set.
Fucking gang. So I don't know if he's just dissing Travis Scott.
I reckon you're going to be the first one to do the NPC challenge. You massive.
I say it all the time. It's like
you're going to be the first one. Yeah.
What was that ice cream?
Oh, you should. Gang. You should do it.
You should do it. Yeah,
I would do
like this for sure. The ice cream thing. Do it.
One, I'd have to use a TikTok account, but two, like, how do you get people tuning in and be like, "Oh, guys, like, throw the money and stuff."
Hey, I'm going to be weird for like half an hour on Friday. Can you tune in and give me some money?
But like, how do you get to the point of building the audience before, like, you have to do other things before you can get them to pay you to consistently say the silly things? Well, that's the other thing. I don't have the WAPs. You know what I'm saying? But then she didn't really have her tits out, did she? That's not what I remember.
No,
about
she's just a good looking bird, I guess.
She had a filter on her face, I think.
Oh, did she? Fucking hell. I didn't see it for long enough, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, you're going to be the first one to do it. That's what I reckon. I'll put my money on you.
I would support you throughout the whole thing.
Would you guys send me just? Would you guys just pay?
I'd donate.
I'll send you an ice cream so you scream like an absolute
ice cream. So good. I have to do you make up? I wonder how they determine do they make? It sounds racist, doesn't it? Do they make up the sounds, or is there an agreed upon sound that's already done? Like how do you know?
I've seen on Twitter some people impersonating GTA characters, but I don't know if there is an actual sound which goes for everything. But I don't know. I saw someone donate as a sausage emoji, and the guy kept on going, "Welcome, Glizzy." he goes, there goes the Glizzy. Every single time. It was so funny.
My God.
And it was even better, because his mum was in the room next to him and he wouldn't break character. And his mum was pissed. He was like, "I'm on the phone to your dad right now. You're going crazy. What are you doing?" And people kept on donating. And he kept on going, there goes the Glizzy. In front of her. It's so funny.
Well, there's the episode name.
That's
there's the clip. Boom, boom. There goes the Glizzy.
Oh my God.
So
fun.
What a way to. Okay, well, we're gonna move on to the best debut single game because we're at 1 hour 20, and it's time, Dan. Bust it out. Are you ready? First one.
I'm ready.
First question.
Mac Miller.
No clue. Notion?
Something about the park or something like that.
He's not Clarity.
He basically is though.
Oh.
But no, it's Nikes on my feet.
There you go. It was way off. I just throwing shit at the wall, mate.
No, you did good. You're doing
right.
great. You're doing fantastic.
That's all right. Number 62. Kanye West.
It was Through the Wire for his first solo single.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
that is a crazy first single. That is insane.
Right? Does it get any better than that?
That's I don't think it does. That's insane.
I don't think it does either.
Keith Murray.
The most beautifulest thing in this world.
Yes, sir.
You damn right.
Here we go. Styles P.
Shit. I know he had his first album. Wasn't it called The Ghost or something?
Or
The Gentleman and the Gangster. Gangster and Gentleman.
That was the first album.
I don't know. Nosh, you got one? No.
I could guess.
Song called go on. Give us a guess. Go on.
Go on.
I don't know. Get Down. Stab a cunt.
Stab a cunt. That's what I said.
A song called Good Times. Good Times.
Oh, close. You said Get Down. That's pretty close.
And
Stab a cunt. It's a good time stabbing a cunt.
He probably said stab a cunt in the lyrics.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Very true. Very true. Number 65, Jules Santana and Cameron.
Was it Santana's Town?
It was Santana's Town, yes.
Solo single, no. Otherwise, I think Hey Ma was technically a dip song. Is Santana's Town? I always get confused. Is that the one where he's at the start? He's like, no, that's crunk music. Dip, 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 dip.
Yeah.
And then the other one is that be with a gang of gangs with bang is bang. Now that's
Animals orangutans. That's the
that's crunk music, right?
Yeah.
The other one is I'm the last of the best, human crack in the flesh.
Yes.
One word to describe me. What's that song called? That's Santana. That's Santana's Town. I think.
I know.
Spectacular. Yes.
I know it. I don't know what it's called.
Let me see the lyrics.
You would click. You would die. You would lie in a pool for the shit.
Wait,
like that one. I always had those two in my head. I always forget which one is which.
Wait, no. The hook goes Jules dip dip Santana set.
Yeah, that's the one.
Santana's Town. Yeah.
Check who you whip throw up your set dip set. What out your world dip? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's the one. I always get them confused because technically the beats aren't even similar at all, but. It's I think it's two of his best verses. They're so sick. I remember fucking using that tits back in the day.
The memes, the Dipset memes are so funny when people are just saying how Dipset really sounded in 2005 or something. It's like so good because it's so accurate as well.
Yeah, when they do those particularly Cameron. No one really makes fun of the rest of them. They always make fun of Cameron because his stuff was ridiculous.
On purpose.
Yeah, like always ridiculous, like always I can't even mimic it. I can't even think of a bar right now. Like he'd always use the most ridiculous words, and they would always use they'd rhyme the same words with the same words. I don't know, for some reason though, it was the best. It was the fucking best. It was like the guilty pleasure rap. But then sometimes it was sick. Like the Santana's Town verse was so sick. It was in a specific way.
And then Cameron has bars like "fuck it, bucket, by Arsh, Karsh, Bagosh."
So I love that shit. That's like always.
Golly, I'm gully. Look at these galoshes.
Like, what are you doing? It's the best.
Golly, I'm gully.
That is so good. That's like, if someone started saying that now, that would blow up. We would clown them so hard. That would blow up because it's so ridiculous. It's so good. Like. It's just funny. It's like, it reminds me of when Drake says like super funny shit and it's just like super dumb stuff. And it's just funny at this point.
It's cool because you're not taking yourself too serious, particularly as like
exactly.
Rapper. Yeah. All right, exactly. keep it moving.
I actually don't know who these people are. Leaders of the New School.
Yeah, it's Busta Rhymes' original group. What was their big song? It's probably I don't really recall. Nosh?
No idea, mate.
A tune called "Case of the PTA."
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know.
Oh,
Oh, well, you probably won't know it if you hear it. Okay. I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was them. I knew that. I know that song though. Okay, cool.
Okay, number 67. A small artist called Jay-Z.
That would be the very first single was either was it Ain't No N Word?
No.
Was it Can't Knock the Hustle?
No.
Was it oh, hang on, was it not off Reasonable Doubt?
What I'm seeing here is just
A song.
the single album,
Oh,
like the single
was
cover
it the
artwork.
Hawaiian Sophie?
No.
Do you know the Reasonable Doubt songs? Like, is it, if it's not, it would say, wouldn't it? What the fuck was his first song though? Because he used to rhyme like Das Effects until he chilled that out. Fuck.
Yeah. No idea.
Okay, I'm gonna have to concede.
I would never have guessed it.
Okay. A song called "In My Lifetime."
So that must have been pre.
Yeah,
because that was not on.
This was accompanied with a music video released in 1995.
That's why. So it was beforehand. Ugh, okay, fine, whatever.
Interesting.
Piss me off.
Jadakiss featuring Styles P.
Was
I Get High?
No.
Was it We Gonna Make It?
Yes.
Yeah. So do you remember that? To Rascass, the Alchemists, I think, sold the beat to Rascass and Jadakiss. They both had a single on that.
Same beat.
I can't remember. Yeah, on the same beat. It was some dirty shit by the producer, or if it wasn't dirty, it was miscommunication. Okay. Yes. Keep it moving.
Okay. This one I expect Notion to know. One of his favorites. Future.
Come on, Notion. It's on you.
Purple Scissor.
No.
Was it off the Pluto?
Codeine cunt.
It is no. It's off the Pluto album.
Okay.
Highest Pluto.
No.
I wish it was Uranus.
Oh, close.
Damn.
That's a good one.
You're on something there.
Okay. Tell us.
Purple Cup.
A song called Tony Montana.
Oh. Okay.
You could have probably got that one.
Could have kept going. You would have got there eventually.
You would have got there.
Fun fact, Tiffany told me earlier tonight that she said she saw something about like what they use for fake cocaine in movies, and they typically use vitamin B powder, but Al Pacino said that in Scarface they use real cocaine. So they go, if you saw me acting crazy, it was because I was literally off my tits on cocaine, which is fucking awesome.
Fucking
you would not get away with that today. But anyway, continue. Fun facts.
The 70s.
Oh, this is good time. Good time. I don't know these people either. A group called Goody Mob.
Yep. Soul Food.
Nice.
No. The song Cell Therapy.
Yes.
Yeah. Boom. They're in Dungeon Family with Outkast, and Future came from them. Funnily enough.
Oh really?
Yeah. His uncle was Rico Wade, who was one of the producers.
Mad.
And his name used to be Meathead. Nave 80s.
Oh, okay.
That's feeds of the encyclopedia.
I'm a Future stan, guys.
You actually are. Here we go. We're gonna do the next 10, yeah?
Yeah, we can. Oh, should we save him for next time because it's an hour and a half?
Yeah, save him for next time.
Let's save him.
All right. Well, we'll end on this one. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Ghostface and Raekwon.
Iron Man. No, Daytona 500.
No, but it's off that album.
Fish? No, it wasn't that.
No.
Oh, come on. I can't think right now.
Wow. I said Incarcerated Scarfaces. Is that wrong?
Is it off? No. It's off Iron Man.
It's off Iron Man.
I thought Daytona was a single. Okay. Was it?
Motherless Child.
Ah, that was the first single. That's a shit first single to go.
Weird.
I thought. Oh
very
yeah, I
weird.
guess it was off that album. I always thought it was Cuban Links, but no. Because it sounds
Very,
like
very
the
weird.
Cuban Links style songs when they had like Heaven to Hell type samples and all that type of shit. Interesting.
I have a question about them. Why do they call themselves like? Why do they refer to themselves after Marvel characters like Iron Man,
Their
Iron
AKAs?
Maiden, Tony Stark? Like
they had a
what's
lot of
that about?
AKAs back in the day. Rappers used to just have a lot of like AKAs. They used to always like just have.
But then why is it like Marvel characters?
They particularly chose them. I don't know. Wu-Tang were maybe they like comic books. I think it was just
They love that shit. They love that shit. RZA is heavy into anime, you know, and they heavily
RZA was Barbie
that.
Digital. Method Man was Johnny Blaze. Raekwon, I don't know if he had it. He was Lex Diamond, I think. Like, yeah, Ghost was Tony Stark, hence Iron Man is the album. I think they all kind of like had, or at least those ones. I'm not sure if any of the other cats had AKAs, but they seem to have like an obsession with it. They were also obsessed with mafia stuff. At that time, a lot of mafia rap, hence like Wu Gambinos. And Raekwon stuff, incarcerated Scarfaces and shit like that. Like those like types of songs were like really common amongst that. That's why Jay-Z came in off mafia rap, you know, with the tux and the hat on Reasonable Doubt and like real like slick, cigars, luxurious. Exactly. Rick Ross kind of was a later version. Exactly. Yeah. Like Rick Ross was like 20, 15 years later type shit, but that vibe that was started in the 90s. So it's pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Mafia. Boys, that was a good one. Dan, where can everyone find you online, Fat Dick?
At HTFGXMING. What about you, sir? What about you?
Man can find me at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Find me at your mum's house. Find me at Notion MTB on YouTube and at Notion MTB on Instagram. Preferably go to YouTube if you do that. Get a dog right through you. That's pretty much it. See Feezy.
Beauty. Let's take a quick thumbnail. A little funny.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll. So you guys can actually get me at the Girth King on all networks, particularly OnlyFans. Otherwise, you can find me CWEFOR on Instagram and Twitter, CWTMF on Facebook and TikTok. Guys, thanks for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the flipping episode, smash a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit that fucking notification bell, buddy.
Ding, cunt.
So you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at The Movement Fam, at Bad Habits Pod on Instagrizzle. Guys, we'll see you next week. Whoops, wrong one. Clap. But then also that.
NPC streaming.
Yeah.
NPC.
Going live next week.
Gang gang.
Gang gang. Gang gang. Gang gang.
Ice cream.
Gang gang. Gang gang. Gang gang. Gang gang. Gang gang.
Ice cream.
Gang gang. Gang gang. Gang gang. Gang gang. Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good.
Be a real person. Ice cream NPC, guys.
Gang gang.
Catch a can.